Good evening, everyone. I am Montgomery County Council President Gabe Albornoz, and it is a pleasure to be with all of you this evening. Tonight, we will be hearing testimony regarding the FY23 operating budget. So this is a public hearing on the fiscal year 2023 proposed operating budget and FY23 through 28 public services program and fiscal policy for Montgomery County government, Montgomery College, Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission, and Montgomery County Public Schools. Committee operating budget work sessions will begin this week, followed by council work sessions in May. I'm going to now turn it over to Jordan Lindsay from our Public Information Office team to help facilitate tonight's dialogue and discussion with all those testifying. Jordan, over to you, and thank you for doing it.
Thank you so much, Council President Albornoz, and good evening and welcome to all our speakers this evening. I'm Jordan Lindsay. Each of you will have 2 minutes to provide your testimony, and we ask that you mute yourself when it's not your turn to provide your views. Tonight, the Council has Marcela Rodriguez and Miriam Lev on the Zoom broadcast. For any residents who may need interpretation services from Spanish to English, we also have interpretation services available for some other languages as well if needed. Participants on the Zoom may also view the Spanish captioning by selecting the closed captioning button at the bottom of their Zoom screens. This will be the button marked as CC in capital letters. Now I'm going to go ahead and toss it to Marcela to explain this. Marcela?
Thank you, Jordan. Este programa se está traduciendo al español para los participantes en Zoom. Puede acceder a este recurso seleccionando el botón CC en la parte inferior de su pantalla de Zoom. Jordan, back to you.
Thank you so much, Marcela. Now, our first speaker this evening is Jerry Garrison. Jerry, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and your microphone when you have your time to speak. You'll have 2 minutes to speak and provide your testimony whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Council President and other members of the County Council, I am Jerry Garrison, the President of the Seven Lock Civic Association, Inc. I would like to thank you for the 2 minutes that I can speak on the 1 3/4 inch thick fiscal year 2023 recommended budget. We'd like to request that the county provide free ride-on bus service for the next year. This will provide more equity for the residents of Montgomery County than any expansion of the BRT system and will result in more riders using the free bus service in the county. Of the $236,470,629 of the mass transit revenue shown on page 53-5, only $9,625,033 will be from fares. This is only 4% of the budget. The cost of collecting the fares might even be more than is collected. The collecting of the fares will slow the buses down and will result in more pollution from the filthy diesel buses that the county uses for ride-on service. We would also like to ask that all county-maintained streets and roads be swept at least once a month. This will help in reducing flooding due to the clogged sewer intake locations. The county should also increase the number of streets that can be resurfaced to make the residents' biking, walking, and vehicle riding smoother and increase the real estate revenues to the county because of the increase in property values. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Netta Valarian. Netta, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, President Albornoz and members of the County Council. My name is Netta Valorian, and I co-chair the Victim Services Advisory Board. Violent crime is on the rise in our country, and Montgomery County is certainly not immune. This increase of crime has resulted in a higher demand for victim services provided by HHS Trauma Services, which includes the Victim Assistance and Sexual Assault Program and the Abused Persons Program. The request for help from crime victims has more than doubled since the beginning of the pandemic. The severity of the cases has become more critical with an increase in homicides, hate crimes, domestic violence, sexual violence, and more reports of strangulations. Enhancing the staffing levels and resources for HHS Trauma Services has been a huge priority for our board. We are asking for additional staff to provide needed therapy, victim advocacy, and to build an intake unit. The overall goal of trauma services should be to meet the needs of our community. Now more than ever, the increase in crime demands a more crisis-focused and timely delivery system. We were troubled to see that the county executive's budget did not address all of these needs. We urge you to closely examine all of these issues and provide a multidisciplinary and multi-agency approach to better serve victims of crime. Another top priority for us is the one-year bridge housing to create a system for prioritizing domestic violence victims' access to long-term housing. The many survivors of domestic violence who are discharged from the Betty Ann Kranke shelter after the maximum 60-day stay often need additional time to resolve their housing issues. They require assistance, supportive case management services to prepare to live independently. So we're asking that one-year transition program would help to break that cycle of dependency and violence, and it would also afford victims time to build the much-needed life skills, provide increased trauma recovery and empowerment, and give survivors time to identify and secure appropriate long-term housing. So we are very encouraged to learn that the county's HUD Continuum of Care Award this year included giving the National Center for Children and Families funding to provide rapid rehousing for survivors of domestic violence. We will closely examine this project to determine if the necessary case management services are provided. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Byron Johns. Byron, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Byron is paying tributes to Pat O'Neill, so he will not testify today. I'll testify for him.
Okay, you're testifying for him, Diego?
No, but I'm number 5, so
number 5. I got you. I'll see you here. Thank you. Up next, we have Jane Lyons. Jane, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Good evening and thank you. I'm Jane Lyons and I'm speaking on behalf of the Coalition for Smarter Growth, the leading organization in the DC region advocating for walkable, inclusive, transit-oriented communities as the most sustainable and equitable way to grow and provide opportunities for all. In the FY23 operating budget, we urge you to prioritize transit, affordable housing, climate change, and parks. Transit. Ride-on keeps Montgomery County moving, especially our neighbors with lower incomes, and needs to be a priority if we are to tackle our transportation inequities and reduce our top source of greenhouse gas emissions. We ask you to please, 1, keep Ride-on fully funded so that bus service may return to pre-pandemic levels, and plan for future operating funding increases to further expand service. 2, extend Ride-on's fare-free program to October 2023 when the Ride-on Reimagined study will be complete and the council can comprehensively review bus investments. 3, move forward with Ride-on's Reimagined study. We look forward to engaging the Montgomery Better Buses Coalition with MCDOT in that process. A local redesign is the best way forward and will be complemented by WMATA's upcoming regional redesign. Next, affordable housing. Housing affordability is one of Montgomery County's most protracted and pervasive challenges. We applaud the record funding levels in the county exec's recommended budget, including almost $100 million for preservation and production. If we are to meet the council's approved housing targets by 2030, Montgomery Housing Alliance estimates that the county will need to dedicate approximately $122 million to affordable housing production annually. Thus, we support the funding in the proposed budget, but urge you to go further in support of the county's most vulnerable, many of which make up the core of our economy's workforce. Lastly, climate, parks, and environment. We urge you to fully fund those budget items that are intended to help the county mitigate and adapt to climate change. We also ask that you fully fund the Parks Department's requested budget. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Diego Irubio. Diego, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, members of the County Council. Thank you for everything you have and continue to do to make the county a better county for all. I'm here testifying on behalf of the Black and Brown Coalition, and we want to strongly reiterate our push for an equity-based budget. I'm talking about MCPS here. And we will say to you what we said to MCPS and to the Board of Education. Funds need to be prioritized to students who have demonstrated the greatest academic and social emotional needs in recovery, but also to redress pre-existing gaps. We urge you to join us in calling for allocations that give priority to the most underserved students. Whether it is summer learning or tutoring, dollars should be allocated to the most pressing needs. This also means that if there are any reductions, resources to our students with the greatest need must be protected. Reductions must come last to the dollars that are set aside to support the academic growth of students who have experienced the greatest learning loss. The Black and Brown Coalition is also renewing our call for your attention to ensuring that the most diverse and effective teachers and leaders are recruited to our high-impact schools. We need collectively, as a community, to push for for this outcome because the research makes it clear that it really, really matters. While the incentives do not all need to be financial, and there are indeed many powerful non-financial incentives to achieve this goal, there is money available now that can and should be used to attract teachers and leaders with proven track records to the schools where they can make the greatest impact. The Maryland Blueprint expressively calls for each school district to report its progress, ensuring that Black and Brown students are not disproportionately taught by novice teachers. Please join us in pushing for public accountability. We need to see results. Again, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Edith Velez. Edith, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony. This will be a Spanish testimony. Thank you.
Señora Edith, ¿nos escucha?
She does not appear to be on the Zoom meeting.
Okay, I will note that. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Patrick Benko. Patrick, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
I think Patrick testified earlier today, actually.
Okay, thank you for that. I'll go ahead and note that as well. Up next, we have Enku Tai. Enku, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Okay, actually, I would ask the host to open my video.
Okay, we'll be working on that. In the meantime, you can go ahead and speak. We can hear you clearly, but we are working to get your video up. Thank you.
Okay.
There you go. We can see you now. Hello.
Good evening, County Council members. Immigrant homestay mothers of color who are living in Tacoma Park in Silver Spring are leading a depressed life due to lack of resource awareness and limited available resources. My life experience can be a good testimony for this situation. I'm living in Montgomery County, Tacoma Park City for 12 years so far. When I came to United States, I gave birth for 3 handsome boys in consecutive years, and I became a full-time mother. My husband was the only one who was generating income for the household, and I took the full responsibility of house chores and the children's activities. I couldn't afford either for a babysitter nor a daycare cost. Hence, it was a struggling life in a 24/7 base until the children were ready to a regular school. This repeated life put me into deep depression, which later exposed me to obesity, migraine, high stress, and extra. Whenever I met other mothers of color at playground, they shared the same feeling I have. I can say 10 of mothers, 7 of them feeling the same, leading a depression life. After 7 years, I hardly found information on this center, and I was able to go out for a college through the child care subsidy program. However, the program only covered the hours of learning and for traveling. Hence, I couldn't get enough time to study back to home, and I decided not to continue with unsatisfied grade. To conclude, I recommended the following solutions that can greatly help the homestay mothers of color in Montgomery County. Number 1, income-based daycare in a nearby of Maple Avenue. Number 2, provide additional funding for scholarship child care subsidies so that adult learners will have the resources needed to complete their education. Number 3, resource centers should highly engage among communities of color to introduce their services at large for resource awareness. And lastly, free recreation programs for homestay mothers of color together with a child care and transport service. Thank you for listening, and please read my testimonial for more feedback. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for your testimony. Up next, we have Iris Torres. This will also be a comment in Spanish as well. Iris.
Iris Lucía Torres, ¿está usted presente?
Sí, buenas noches.
Yes, good afternoon.
Okay. Hola, mi nombre es Lucía Torres, soy voluntaria del equipo de salud mental. Agradezco al programa por nuestra salud y bienestar y a la Iniciativa Latina de Salud por el interés que le ponen a todo aquello que pueda ser de beneficio para la comunidad. En lo personal, siento que las charlas son de gran ayuda. He sido testigo de los cambios positivos que han surgido en las personas después de haber asistido a ellas de manera virtual. En muchos casos, la necesidad de ser comprendidos y de sentirse apoyados era sumamente importante. Me es muy grato decirles que muchas de ellas no han querido que las charlas culminen y que han tenido muy buena aceptación en su 100%. El tiempo de la pandemia fue muy duro para todos, pero he conocido casos en los que el apoyo emocional fue vital. Los latinos necesitamos de grupos como estos para que las personas puedan sentirse escuchadas, valoradas y de esta manera empoderarlas y guiarlas en el sentido correcto o referirlas para que puedan recibir ayuda profesional. Yo quiero pedirles todo el apoyo posible para el programa de salud mental, ya que la salud emocional es más importante de lo que muchos piensan. No solo debemos estar físicamente saludables, sino que debemos pensar en que si no estamos bien emocionalmente, esto puede desencadenar enfermedades y el fortalecer el autoestima de las personas es indispensable. Es por ello les solicito el soporte necesario al programa por nuestra salud y bienestar para que siga captando y refiriendo personas que puedan ser beneficiadas con estas charlas, ya que han dado muy buenos resultados en personas que necesitaban ayuda emocional. Gracias.
Hello, my name is Lucia Torres, and I'm a volunteer on the mental health team. And I want to thank por Nuestra Salud y Bienestar program and the Latin American Health Initiative for their work and that benefit our community. I feel that these sessions were of great help, and I have witnessed the positive changes that they have had to people that are attended to these virtual sessions. In many cases, the need to be understood and to feel supported was extremely important for them. I am very pleased to tell you that many of these participants have not wanted the sessions to be ended, and they have been accepted in 100%. The pandemic was very hard on everyone, but I have known cases in which emotional support was vital. Latinos need groups like this so that they can feel heard, valued, and in this way also empower them and guide them in the right direction or refer them so they can receive professional help. I want to ask you for all the support possible for the mental health programs, since emotional health is more important than many may think. We must not only be physically healthy, because if we are not well emotionally, this can trigger illnesses. Strengthening people's self-esteem is essential, which is why I request the necessary support for these programs, Salud and Bienestar, so that it continue to attract and refer people who can benefit from these supports and that can have already provided very good results for people who needed emotional help. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Sharon Sishi. Sharon, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Sharon Sichi, and I'm the Chief Strategy Officer at Main Street Connect in Rockville. Thank you all for your tireless work and for recognizing the significant contributions that nonprofits make. I'm here tonight to share how Main Street's work supports the county's priorities and also to request additional opportunities for new nonprofits to access, sorry, my thing just went, to access county grants, which we have not received to date. Long before COVID, adults with disabilities felt the pain of isolation and the lack of community. Main Street offers a solution and a model for others to replicate locally and nationally. We are the first of its kind apartment complex and community center, providing inclusive, affordable housing to over 150 residents and community engagement to over 240 members with and without disabilities. We've collaborated with over 100 local partners to offer 20 social, educational, and wellness programs weekly. Our Soulful Cafe offers an inviting gathering space for all and employs people of all abilities. And our research and evaluation efforts have yielded concrete data demonstrating that we are improving the quality of life for members, residents, and their families. Local leaders, businesses, and nonprofits alike look to Main Street. We provided training to partners on best practices for inclusion, and we are a model for groups around the country looking to develop inclusive, affordable housing and community. We are making the county a more equitable place for adults of all abilities, and we believe we should have the opportunity to apply for county grants. While the proposed fiscal year 23 budget offers limited categories for new nonprofits, it's unclear where Main Street fits in. Please build additional opportunities for new nonprofits to access county funds, and please create an advisory role for nonprofits in the operations of the Office of Grants Management. We are making a difference and we have the data to prove it, but we could do so much more with your support. Thank you for all you do and for your attention to the needs of new nonprofits like ours. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Gordy Green. Gordy, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Good evening. Gordy Green with the Taxpayers League. We're asking for less, not more. Lower taxes, less staffing, lower pay raises, and less manipulation of the balance sheet to pay for election year gimmicks. We're looking for agency-based requests that use strategies covering both the budget increase and the base spending and performance targets. A record property tax revenue increase of 3.5% is fueling this spending spree. Last year, the council increased this burden on homeowners by short-circuiting annual review controls over revenue and rate increases. The loaded staffing is out of control and not tied to performance. Recommended above-market pay increases of 6.5% to 13% insult the average taxpayer. This is on top of excessive pay increases in past years. The last comprehensive county salary review was done in 2011. Failed economic development contributes to higher taxes on homeowners. Not only does this place an excessive burden on our residents, it constrains growth of affordable housing inventory. Balance sheet manipulation is used to finance excessive budget increases and includes reallocations of $50 million in OPEB prepayments, jeopardizing future claims by county and MCPS retirees. Also, proposed debt exceeds county spending affordability guidance and will result in canceled projects down the road. MCPS's $3 million budget request is an example of excessive spending. This exceeds the council's spending affordability guidance and is $166 million over maintenance of effort. Yet there is no strategic budget for improving dismal reading and math proficiency or targets for the number of students that will be helped to justify this spending increase. Just fuzzy rhetoric, bad math for inflated enrollment, forecast, presumed state funding shortfalls, huge pay increases of 9 to 18%, and out-of-control overhead costs. Our written testimony has our detailed recommendations, and I encourage you to read it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Angela Hughes-Bird. Angela, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Greetings, President Gabe Albornoz and the entire County Council. My name is Angela Hughes-Bird, and I live in Damascus, Maryland. I am asking you to support funding for an advancement for residential rehabilitation psychiatric programs for clients who experience conflict with the staff and need assistance resolving the conflict. I graduated from Morgan State University, got married, had a son, became a homeowner, and retired from a career in procurement. In 2010, I lost my mom to cancer, my brother to a car accident, my best friend to surgery gone wrong, my fiance to murder, and I found my dad dead at home. Due to these tragedies, I suffered from mental health issues. Eventually, I entered into an RRP program in Prince George's County. While there, I experienced conflict with the staff. The staff did not support me. I did not know what to do, who to talk to, or where to go. I needed someone to help me navigate through the conflict without retaliation from the staff. Finally, through God's blessing, I was able to move to Montgomery County into a Section 811 independent living apartment. In Maryland, there are over 700,000 people suffering from mental health conditions. The state reported over 600 client complaints yearly. On average, Montgomery County receives 5 to 12 client complaints a year. That number may seem low. However, based on my lived experience, complaints are not submitted due to staff retaliation. The state does have a process for conflict resolution. However, the process does not include client input, a plan of action, or follow up with the client. Again, I am asking you to support funding for an advancement for RRP programs for clients who experience conflict with the staff and need assistance resolving the conflict. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have a testimony in Spanish from Patricia Buenrostro. Patricia, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you're ready. Thank you.
Patricia, señora Patricia, ¿nos escucha?
Sí, hola, buenas tardes a todos.
Buenas noches. Por favor, tendrá 2 minutos para que dé su testimonio y cuando finalice yo voy a interpretar, ¿ok?
Ok, gracias. Bueno, buenas noches, mi nombre es Patricia Buenrostro y primero quiero agradecer el apoyo que ustedes han dado, que han brindado al proyecto de Por Nuestra Salud y Bienestar, en especial por el componente de salud mental, que gracias a eso se han podido crear grupos de encuentros que se enfocan en la salud mental y emocional de nuestra comunidad. Identity nos ha dado la oportunidad a mi familia y a mí de formar parte de estos grupos y estamos muy agradecidos porque con la pandemia y con las secuelas de COVID que aún podemos sentir, pasamos momentos difíciles de depresión, ansiedad y desesperanza, los cuales fueron apropiadamente tratados con las herramientas que los encuentros nos brindan y nos ayudan a enfrentar, a identificar, expresar nuestros sentimientos y así saber diferenciar cuando solamente estamos pasando por una tristeza o cuando es estrés o cuando es necesario pedir ayuda profesional. Quiero decirles también que soy madre de 2 adolescentes y que vivo en el condado de Montgomery desde hace 15 años. Y es la primera vez que podemos recibir ayuda de un programa de salud mental con la facilidad en nuestro idioma y en nuestra comunidad. Quiero mencionar también que gracias a Por Nuestra Salud y Bienestar, el programa de encuentros con Identity, nuestra comunidad está aprendiendo la importancia de tener una buena salud mental para poder desarrollarnos personal, emocional y socialmente. Además de que estoy segura que con este tipo de programas podremos manejar y recuperar nuestra salud mental y nuestra tranquilidad emocional. Por ello, con el más grande respeto, me dirijo a ustedes pidiéndoles que sigan proporcionando apoyo y mantengan el presupuesto activo para este tipo de programas. Gracias por escucharme.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patricia Buenrostro. First, I would like to thank you for the support that you have given to the initiative Por Nuestra Salud y Bienestar, especially for the mental health components that have allowed the creation of session groups that focus on the mental and emotional health of our community. Identity has given me and my family the opportunity to be a part of these groups, and we are very grateful because due to COVID-19 pandemic and its aftermath, we continue to suffer difficult times of depression, anxiety, and hopelessness. But with the tools that these sessions provide, they help us face, identify, and express our feelings and learn how to differentiate moments that are just passing sadness or stress, and when it may be necessary to ask for professional help. I also want to tell you that I am a mother of 2 teenagers and I have lived in Montgomery County for over 15 years. And it is the first time that we have attended a mental health program with ease in our language and in my community. I also want to mention that thanks to the initiative Por Nuestra Salud y Bienestar and this program with Identity, our community is learning the importance of having good mental health in order to develop personally, emotionally, and socially. I am sure that with these types of programs, we will be able to manage and recover our mental health. Therefore, with the greatest respect, I address myself to you, asking you to please continue to support us and keep the budget active for these programs. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Denise Guitarra. Denise, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. Good evening, Montgomery County Council. I am Denise Guitarra, Maryland Conservation Advocate, testifying on behalf of Audubon Naturalist Society. For 125 years, ANS has inspired people to enjoy, learn about, and protect nature. For FY23 operating budget, ANS asks the County Council to approve the budget request in the 6 priority areas of climate change, racial equity and social justice, clean water and stormwater, recycling, transit, and parks. You can find more details in my written testimony. For climate change, ANS asks the County Council to approve and fully fund the Climate Change Planning Program at $253.1 million. We support the additional funds for flood management study and allocating funds for the Community Justice Academy program and the Urban Trees program. For racial equity and social justice, ANS supports the funding of this program, and this is a great start, but the county must continue to do more in addressing the racial inequities and social injustices seen across the county. For clean water and stormwater, ANS supports the addition of 3 new positions to the Watershed Restoration Program and asks the County Council to consider raising the water quality protection charge to fully fund the Rainscapes program and create more BIPOC accessible grants. In terms of recycling, we ask the County Council to add more recycling inspectors to the multifamily properties. Currently, there's only 1 inspector to cover 145 multifamily properties in the county. In terms of transit, we ask the county to keep the ride-on bus service fare-free until October 23 and support the funding for the BRT and transitioning the zero-emissions county vehicle fleet. And for parks, we ask that the County Council fully funds the Parks Department operating budget for this year. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Ed Amatetti. Ed, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you're ready.
Thank you. Good to be here. I'm Ed Amatetti, President of Montgomery County Taxpayers League. I'm going to focus on 2 topics. The first is economic development and job creation. We're all aware of the documentation of our subpar performance over the past 15 years and counting. We are officially at the very bottom of our entire region. We need an honest assessment on why this is happening. Since no one has a monopoly on insight and good ideas, we ask Council to form a highly qualified task force to conduct a comprehensive evidence-based study on what is working and what isn't across the country. We have demonstrated we are not pursuing the strategies of successful jurisdictions. The second area of my testimony concerns our need to return to rigorous cost-benefit analysis to objectively justify proposed budgets, projects, and policy alternatives. It is the only way to ensure accountability and effective government. It makes honest people out of everyone and it prevents organized interests from leading us astray. It makes us smarter and decompresses political tensions by putting everyone on the same page through informed, non-politicized analysis. Our current contentious experience with the poorly substantiated Thrive 50 plan demonstrates the urgent need for this discipline. So does 15 years of WSSC rate increases 3 times the rate of inflation. Our inability to arrest declining performance in our schools, no matter how much we spend. Our chronic inability to address affordable housing needs, and the many economically unsound decisions in transportation we pursue. We ask Council to develop statutes and procedures to codify CBA into our county government. In both these areas, we have substantial pool of highly capable residents who would be honored to support these efforts. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we do have Sabrina Dodd, but we got word that she might not be here, so I'm going to call her name for the record. Sabrina Dodd. Okay, I'll note that. Up next is Robert Landau. Robert, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you're ready.
Thank you. My name is Robert Landau. I live in Gaithersburg, and I've been working closely with the Silver Spring Justice Coalition and many other community organizations on Bill 4921, creating the Police Accountability Board, the Administrative Charging Committee. And I want to thank you for enacting today, a momentous day, 4921, a milestone in community involvement in policing. I think we all agree that the importance and the success and the effectiveness of these boards will depend on high-quality, full-time, dedicated staff, as you put in the bill. But rather than the $100,000 placeholder that the county executive put in the budget, I'm recommending that the council allocate $2 million that will cover the compensation facets of both the staff and the members. I think we'll all agree that once these boards are constituted, that it would be an opportunity for the chief administrative officer to refine the budget needs for both of these boards. But until then, I think the council needs to put in an appropriate amount. I also agree with the county executive that both of these boards will need an executive director. in order to manage the workflow as well as the staff. My written testimony not only includes reference to the letter that we previously sent you about the Police Accountability Board responsibilities, but also includes a much greater detailed breakdown of what these costs are. So with that in mind, I would just like to quickly highlight that the Administrative Charging Committee should have one executive director, one legal counsel, 2 investigators, and 2 administrative support in addition to the members themselves. On the PAB, in addition to the members themselves, 1 executive director, 1 legal counsel, 2 investigators, 2 policy analysts, 2 communication specialists, and 2 administrative support. And that, I think, will come close to the $2 million in compensation that I was talking about. I hope you'll take a look at further detail at my written testimony. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. We just got word that Edith Villelas joined us. She's giving a testimony in Spanish. Edith, you're here. You have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Señora Edith, ¿nos escucha?
Sí.
Ok. Cuando esté lista puede dar su testimonio y después cuando concluya vamos a interpretar.
Muy bien. Muy buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Edith Villelas. Agradezco a Iniciativa Latina y a Proyecto Salud y Bienestar. He sido participante de los grupos de encuentro. He experimentado el poder positivo que estos grupos están haciendo en la comunidad. Los he, experimentado por mi propia cuenta porque estuve participando en uno de ellos y recibí información que me ayudó a poder aceptar algunas pérdidas que he tenido por el COVID, pero también en mi niñez. Así de que me han ayudado mucho en la experiencia de cómo yo poder trabajar mi parte emocional, que ha sido muy importante para mí y mi familia. También he visto que mi comunidad se está siendo beneficiada con este proyecto, con este programa, así de que por eso les pido que por favor mantengan este programa y que puedan tener en cuenta que hay que seguir apoyando a la comunidad, porque la parte emocional es muy importante, porque como podemos ver todavía las secuelas del COVID siguen y es muy importante que la comunidad siga recibiendo este tipo de apoyo para poder seguir adelante con nuestra salud mental, emocional y en buen estado. Así es que les agradezco mucho y agradezco mucho a la Iniciativa Latina, a Proyecto Salud y Bienestar, que nos ha ayudado muchísimo en este aspecto. Gracias.
Good evening. I want to thank the Latino Health Initiative Salud y Bienestar. I have been a participant in their sessions and I have experienced the positive power of these support groups, which have helped me better understand the emotional issues I was going through. I needed help and information and I received it. What I learned was that it helped me to come to terms with the losses I had both during the pandemic and before the pandemic. And now they are also beneficiating from, my family is beneficiating from it. I ask you to maintain this program to continue helping our community so we will have more emotional stability, and it will be of great help to our Latino families. Remember that the aftermath of the virus persists, so it is very important that this program continues to provide the tools to strengthen our community, which has been greatly affected by this virus. Many thanks to the Latino Health Initiative and Salud y Bienestar. Gracias.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Cesar Ernesto Fernandez Reyes, who will be giving a testimony in Spanish. Cesar, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
César Fernández, ¿está usted presente?
Sí.
Puede comenzar entonces.
Muy buenas noches, señores y señores del Consejo del Condado de Montgomery. Mi nombre es César Fernández Reyes y quiero comentarles que soy uno de los beneficiarios del proyecto de salud y bienestar que se creó a partir de la emergencia de salud del COVID-19. Personalmente quiero agradecer que sigamos siendo apoyados, ya que estos tiempos sin precedentes crearon también desafíos sin precedentes. Quiero hacer especial énfasis en la oportunidad que tuve de ser parte de un grupo de pioneros, de hombres pioneros de apoyo a la salud mental, en el que pudimos tomar conciencia de que la salud mental es necesaria, ya que ciertamente nuestras problemáticas nos afectan para poder tener éxito, liderar una familia o ser más productivos en nuestro trabajo. Me parece que si estos proyectos no continúan, todo lo que hemos avanzado lo vamos a perder. Considero importante mantener viva esta iniciativa que nos acerca como comunidad y nos da la oportunidad de construir familias más unidas y en un mejor entorno social. Agradezco su buena voluntad para seguirnos apoyando. No nos abandonen. Muchísimas gracias.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Montgomery County Special Council. My name is Cesar Fernandez Reyes, and I want to tell you that I am one of the beneficiaries of the program For Nuestra Salud y Bienestar. That was created in the context of the health emergency caused by the pandemic of the COVID-19. I personally wanted to thank you for the continuing of providing support as these unprecedented times also created unprecedented challenges. I want to make a special emphasis on the opportunity I had to be part of a pioneer men support group of men's health, mental health, in which we were able to become aware that mental health is necessary, since our problems certainly can influence our ability to be successful, lead our families, and be more productive in our jobs. It seems to me that if these projects do not continue, we are going to lose everything we have been gained to now. I consider that it's important to keep alive this initiative that brings us closer as a community and gives us the opportunity to build more cohesive families and a better social environment. I truly appreciate your willingness to continue supporting this. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Steve Lorberbaum. Steve, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Okay, unfortunately, I don't have video. Oh, there I go. Thank you. And Jordan, that was very impressive on the name pronunciation. I was waiting this whole time to see.
Thank you.
My name is Steve Lorberbaum, and I'm the owner of Assisting Hands Home Care. Assisting Hands provides non-medical care in homes in Montgomery County to assist seniors and others that need companionship or assistance with daily living. Unfortunately, getting care with a professional home care company is expensive and beyond the reach of many in the county. Fortunately, the county already funds a very important respite coordination program, which is administered by the ARC of Montgomery County. Today, the present reimbursement rate for providers is $26 an hour, and I would request your consideration of an increase to $30 an hour. This is a modest increase, but it reflects the significant increase in wages recently, as well as a significant caregiver shortage that is impacting the ability to provide care that is much needed to these seniors. This will help all providers offer a better wage to caregivers and provide the continuation of this important service. This vital program gives family caregivers a much needed break from the rigors of caregiving by being able to have a professional caregiver step in and assist them periodically with their loved ones. The present market rate for these services is above the $30 rate increase that I'm requesting, but this increase still is a meaningful increase that will help us all retain high-quality caregivers to provide these important services to our senior population. I do thank you for your consideration today.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Omar Marquez. We have gotten word that he might not be here. Omar, I'll go ahead and note that. If not, okay. Up next, we have Evan Wellick. Evan, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Good evening, members of the County Council. It is a pleasure to speak with you today on behalf of Montgomery College's Rockville campus students. My name is Evan Wellick, and I'm a business major at Montgomery College, a Macklin Business Institute scholar, and a student trustee on the MC board. I'm here to ask you to please fully fund MC's operating budget request that will keep the college's tuition affordable. I have lived in Montgomery County my entire life. I have attended Magruder High School, and this May I will graduate from MC. On Friday, I was officially accepted to transfer to the University of Maryland to study accounting at the Smith School of Business. Ultimately, this degree will prepare me to not only work but also live in Montgomery County. Thank you for your longstanding support of Montgomery College, particularly during this pandemic. Affordable tuition is incredibly important for students. Many students, especially after the devastating lows of COVID-19, would not be able to attend college at all without the tuition they need and can afford. By supporting the college during these last 3 years, you have made it possible for MC's tuition to stay flat. Because of this, students know that they can rely on Montgomery College. I've talked with many students about the doors that MC opens for them, opportunities that would remain closed if they could not afford to pursue their degrees. As prices rise on things like food, gas, and other living expenses, students desperately need your continued help. This year, your support means that MC can keep tuition flat and remain affordable. I also want to thank you for supporting some important projects that will help make MC's education even more powerful. Students on the Tacoma Park campus are excited to see the Leggett Math and Science buildings going up. We're also grateful for your support of the library renovations on that same campus as well. We appreciate your continued support of Montgomery College. You have ensured that students can pursue the education that they need and empowered the next generation of Montgomery County. Students ask you to please support MC's operating budget so that we can continue to afford the education that we need. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Ellie Kleinman. Ellie, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Good evening, members of the County Council. My name is Ellie Kleinman, and I'm a school counselor at New Hampshire State's Elementary School in Silver Spring. I'm here tonight to ask you to increase the number of mental health professionals in our schools as aggressively as possible, both this year and in coming years, in order to meet the American School Counseling Association recommended ratio of 1 counselor to 250 students for all schools at all levels, to increase the number of school psychologists and social worker positions, and to fund the creation of 504 coordinator positions to manage 504 plans for students across MCPS. This year has been incredibly difficult for all students from a mental health perspective. Our children want to succeed in school, but many are suffering from anxiety, depression, and difficulties in building and maintaining relationships. They are dealing with the impacts of trauma, including poverty, changes in housing, social isolation, and family instability, the death and illness of loved ones from COVID and other factors, as well as some who've experienced child abuse and neglect. It is hard for our students to focus on their schoolwork, and we don't have enough mental health professionals to support them. As an example, this year at New Hampshire State's, we've had about 20 crisis center referrals for students in grades K, 1, and 2 who have repeatedly threatened to harm themselves or others. Whenever such events occur, school counselors are taken away from any other responsibilities to complete a lengthy crisis center referral process and to monitor the student for the remainder of the day until a parent arrives. This process can take up to between 2 and 4 hours of a counselor's time. Thus, during the time I managed those 20 referrals, I could have met with between 80 and 160 students. ASCA recommends that 80% of a counselor's time is spent providing direct services to students. Many school counselors are limited in providing direct services to students due to their MCPS determined role as the manager or coordinator of 504 plans, which takes significant hours away from providing direct services to students. Please fund a new and separate position of 504 case coordinator in order to enable school counselors to provide more direct services to students and to meet the stated social and emotional goals of ASCA and of MCPS. Students deserve to have their mental health needs prioritized, as well as the support that they need to focus on their academics by having an appropriate number of mental health professionals in all MCPS schools. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Ingrid Argueta. Ingrid, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony. Ingrid will be giving a testimony in Spanish. Thank you.
Señorita Argueta, ¿está usted presente?
I believe she's connecting if we want to roll back to her.
We'll come back to her. Up next, we have Evelyn Okutu. Evelyn, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony. You may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. Good evening, County Council members. My name is Evelyn. Thank you for the opportunity I'm here today to lend my voice for increased funding for early childhood education programs in our county. I borrowed the slogan, "If you don't use it, you lose it," from the basics to encourage learning in my household. And with this slogan, when I say it, my little daughter, Gigi, she'll run, she'll pick a book and will read, or she'll take a puzzle and will do something educational just to steer her away from the TV. And I realized that by doing so today, even though she's in kindergarten, she's reading above grade level. Her social, emotional development is way ahead than even my 13-year-old. Research has shown that the investment in early childhood education among disadvantaged children improves their cognitive abilities as well as critical behavioral traits like self-esteem. Though Montgomery County has partnerships that support early childhood education, these programs are heavily underfunded. And the pre-K head start programs also lack funding. Therefore, families who do not become income eligible, their children become disadvantaged. According to the CDC guidelines, when we invest in early childhood education, we have like reduction in crime and welfare dependency. We have improved grade retention for school kids, and we have school graduation rates going on a higher level. I believe that all children require early education because it is a critical element in preparing our children to be successful in this competitive global environment. Therefore, I lend my voice to advocate for more funding to expand early childhood programs for all our undeserved children. My details have been given in the written testimony. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for your testimony. We're going to go ahead and loop back to Ingrid Argueta. Ingrid, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Señora Ingrid Agreta, ¿puede usted participar en el momento que esté lista?
Sí, por supuesto. Primeramente, muchísimas gracias por esta oportunidad. Es para mí una maravillosa oportunidad de estar participando en esta reunión y muy agradecida con la organización de Identity. Es una maravilla de programa, nos ayuda mucho a la comunidad hispanoparlante. Empecé pues recibiendo las series de sesiones que ofrecen y luego pues me dieron la oportunidad de servir como voluntaria y estamos trabajando mucho para la comunidad hispana y hay mucha necesidad alrededor de nosotros y son, como le digo, de una gran ayuda estas sesiones, sobre todo en este tiempo durante el COVID que hemos sido afectadas muchas familias. Gracias y feliz tarde.
Good evening. My name is Ingrid Argueta, and I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity that you give me to participate in these sessions. First of all, I have to give my testimony that I have lived here in Montgomery County for 19 years, and I've been able to greatly be benefited by the resources and support of the organization called Identity. Thanks to the sessions, these sessions were given to the Spanish-speaking community and were of great benefit for me. Often we don't have access to these services, especially due to our legal situation, but it was a very good information that we got, and they took our problems into account. Today I'm working directly with the community. I'm first of all a voluntary and then working with them, and in various talks given and sessions that everybody have experienced following the COVID pandemic. More needs arose in our community because of that. This resource is a great help, and like me, there are many other people who have been benefited by this wonderful service. Together, we count on Montgomery County to maintain this resource, to contribute working and forming emotionally healthy people in our community. Many blessings for you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Zakia Sankara Jabbar. Zakia, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Greetings and thank you. Good evening, County Council. And my name is Zakia Sankara Jabbar. I am the co-founder and co-director of Racial Justice Now. And at Racial Justice Now, we partner with and organize across generations of impacted youth, parents, and communities to build and wield people power at the grassroots level to advance human rights by challenging systemic anti-Black racism, the criminalization of Black families, and discriminatory policies in education and beyond. So as you can see, we're very concerned about Black people and outcomes for Black people here in Montgomery County. I live in Silver Spring, and I want to first thank particularly County Councilwoman Nancy Navarro for pushing for the expansion of the wellness centers in MCPS. I'm glad that our advocacy has not fallen on deaf ears, and I thank the entire council for pushing that through today. That's something that's very needed. My organization advocates and stands by police-free schools. And with that, I think that the priorities of this council and the budget should be more care and less cops. So we do not support the reinstatement of the police in Montgomery County Public Schools, and we urge this council to do everything in its power to ensure that does not happen. On another note, I want to say what we are for. We are certainly supportive of the wellness centers and would like to see them expanded. As this rolls out, we would also like to ensure and advocate that the schools, the high schools in the Northeast Consortium, Springbrook, Blake, and Paint Branch, at least one or all of those schools in this iteration this year receive a wellness centers. Those schools have a high Black student population, and the needs are great, especially since over the spring break, the first time since we've lived here, and we've lived in this county and in this particular community of Silver Spring for 6 years. Over the spring break, we lost a young man in our community, a young Black boy, to gun violence, to death. He was murdered. And he was a student at Springbrook. He was a friend of my own son's. And the youth group that we're cultivating, made up of young Black boys and South Asian Black boys in this community, most of them knew him, and one of our young men actually witnessed the murder. I'm advocating for more care in terms of increasing the budget at HHS for the violence interruption program, not police. I do not support this $5.4 million for some kind of community bureau that's nothing but the cops. I don't believe anybody in this community has been advocating for that, and I'm not sure why this is even a part of the conversation and a part of the budget. But what you could do, again, is increase the funding for Luis's department and violent interruptions workers, which are lay people, not the police. And also, I have no idea why the Good Hope Recreation Center, which is in my backyard, does not have longer hours. There are tons of young people in this community, mostly Black and brown.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. I'm so sorry, but you are definitely past the 2-minute mark. If you can go ahead and send that written testimony in, we will definitely read that.
Yes, I will follow up. Again, care not cops. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your testimony. Up next, we have Ilhan Kargi. Ilhan, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you so much.
You can see me and hear me, right? Is that correct?
We can see you and hear you, yes. Thank you.
My name is Ilhan Kagri. I'm testifying on behalf of the Muslim Voices Coalition. I have 3 points to make. One, we do not need the large Community Resources Bureau proposed for MCPD. It is intended to fix a problem that has not been adequately articulated. The community events envisioned by this department should not be run by the police. They belong in the rec department and in other departments that provide community enrichment. Two, we definitely do not need armed police in the schools. Studies firmly show that despite anecdotal positive stories about SROs, the system of police in schools cannot avoid being discriminatory. It feeds the school to prison pipeline. It does not prevent gun violence. What our students need is more mental health supports. They are suffering from the trauma caused by the COVID pandemic on top of other mental health issues affecting young people. 19 of our high schools lack a wellness center. We support Councilmember Navarro's proposal to provide $11.4 million to close this gap. In addition, funding must be provided for mental health support in every school. Finally, the county must do better in meeting the needs of its refugees. If small towns in Poland can be organized to handle the influx of thousands of refugees from Ukraine, it is unacceptable that Montgomery County cannot do better in helping the 850 Afghan refugees that will be settled here. We need a comprehensive refugee resettlement agency to coordinate the efforts of individuals and volunteer agencies and to provide assistance for basic living. There are Afghan refugees going hungry. The rental assistance being provided by the NGOs will soon run out. These people will be facing a serious crisis within a few months. Many of them have young children. The Gilchrist Center is not a full-service agency, nor can it meet the need. We must ensure that our refugee population can be integrated into our society by providing them the means to pay for housing and food. My children and I arrived here as refugees from Afghanistan in 1983. My children have grown to become model residents of Montgomery County. County Executive Mark Elrich mentioned them in his State of the County address last week. A small investment upfront in helping these new refugees will ensure a larger return down the road. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Nakib Arwin. Nakib, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Sorry. My name is Nakib Arwin. I am an Afghan refugee. I arrived in US with my wife and 2 young children in late November. We came to Montgomery County in February. Wonderful volunteers from NNIA helped us. I and my family are very grateful to these people. Many Afghans in Montgomery County are not so lucky. Some are still living in hotels. Some do not have enough to eat. Finding a place to live and being able to pay for it has been a big problem. Most of the Afghans, including myself, have temporary parole visas. We don't know what will happen in 2 years when these visas expire. In Afghanistan, I was the head of a radio station. I was the governor of province. Here I now work as a busboy at Panera Rockwell. It is not enough for me to provide for my family. All the Afghans are looking for jobs. We are ready to work, but the transportation is a problem. We do not have cars and cannot afford a car. I'm here today to ask the county council to fund a refugee resettlement agency. There are different agencies that do partial service for refugees. There are many volunteers groups, but it is disorganized. We need one place where all the services can be found. We refugees want to become good, hardworking residents of this county. Please make this possible by providing funding for a full-service refugee center. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Mitchell Tropin. Mitchell, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Council President and members of the County Council. My name is Mitchell Tropin. I'm Executive Vice President of SEIU Local 500, and I'm a member of the Montgomery County faculty. I want to urge this council to fully support Montgomery College's proposed budget for the next fiscal year. This council has been a strong supporter of MC over the years, and we thank you for that. One of the outcomes of the COVID pandemic has been a generation of young people who want more than minimum wage jobs or careers with limited promise of advancement. MC stands ready to help those young and not so young people find jobs and occupations that provide bright futures and better outcomes. There's another way to describe what MC is trying to achieve. Most everybody supports using taxpayer dollars for infrastructure. Fully supporting Montgomery College's fiscal 2023 budget is a way to fund an infrastructure of a different variety. At MC, we build roads to better paying careers that helps the county's economy. We construct bridges to middle-class lives where people can afford housing and support families. And we build highways for students to achieve their dreams. That is no small order. In working to help to build these pathways to brighter futures, MC is always looking for ways to turn those paths into super expressways. For example, the college is working hard to build relationships with four-year institutions across the entire United States so students can transfer their credits more easily. Montgomery College also is committed to giving students real choices between attending face-to-face classes or taking courses online, because we understand students learn differently. But no infrastructure project can be successful without good people. In the case of MC, we have outstanding faculty and staff. So I also urge the council to ensure there's sufficient funding in the budget so all faculty and staff can receive the pay raises they so richly deserve. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Hilda Mirtha Moreno Macacue. Hilda will be giving a testimony in Spanish. You may begin when you are ready. You have 2 minutes to give your testimony. Thank you.
Okay. Hola, buenas noches a todos. Yo doy gracias por el apoyo del programa de salud y bienestar. Estas sesiones me beneficiaron para aprender habilidades para sobreponerme ante una depresión, ansiedad y otras, ¿no? Estoy agradecida de saber cómo manejar momentos difíciles que se me presentan en el día a día. Por eso pido que apoyen a este programa para tener una salud mental sana. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much for supporting the Latino Health Initiative. These classes helped me learn the skills to overcome depression, anxiety, and other issues. I am grateful that I now know how to handle difficult moments that come my way on a daily basis. So I ask you to support this program to continue to ensure a good mental health. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Teresa Mirage. Teresa, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Good evening, members of the County Council. My name is Teresa Mirage, and I am a proud resident of Montgomery County. With note to the budget increase towards education, I do humbly request you consider allocating more resources to special education in all MCPS schools. That is more special education teachers, more speech language pathologists, more training to teachers around the individual education plan written for special ed students, schools' accountability to speak with transparency to parents and guardians, more parent input in IEP meeting, and more advertising to infants and toddler program. Personally, I am the mother of a 6-year-old autistic girl named Tiffany. Tiffany started to have language delays and social emotional delays at 18 months and was later diagnosed with autism at 3 years old. I coincidentally found out about infants and toddler program when every parent should know about it. Now that Tiffany is in kindergarten at Candlewood Elementary School, general education setting, and with an individual education plan to receive speech services of 1 hour per week, social emotional services of 10 hours per week from a special education teacher, and many supports that is implemented daily by a teacher. She is not receiving her special education services consistently. The staff is not consistently implementing her IEP goals because the classroom is crowded. There's staffing challenges, and the school is not being held accountable in doing so. I am consistently hearing information that is contradicting about my daughter's progress. During a meeting to discuss Tiffany's progress, the speech language pathologist had no communication log. The special ed teacher said she did not know Tiffany. The school council was rude through gestures.
Lisa, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but you're past your 2 minutes. If you can go ahead and provide a written testimony, we will definitely read that. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Up next, we have Teodora Concha. Teodora will be giving a testimony in Spanish. You have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. Thank you.
Señora Cancha, ¿está presente?
Sí, sí estoy presente. Gracias.
Puede comenzar.
Buenas noches, señores miembros del Consejo del Condado de Montgomery. Gracias por la oportunidad de expresar mi inquietud. Mi nombre es Teodora Cancha. Soy residente y hago parte de las escuelas públicas del condado como mamá de un estudiante en la primaria. Quiero expresar mi preocupación por la gran cantidad de estudiantes que se han visto afectados negativamente en su salud mental. Después del confinamiento dado por la pandemia, evidentemente esta situación dejó consecuencias negativamente a nivel social, pero sobre todo incrementó los niveles de estrés a nivel general, particularmente en los estudiantes que han tenido que aprender a desarrollarse sus habilidades para relacionarse con otros. Las clases virtuales crearon mucho estrés en los niños y en los padres, que no podíamos ayudarlos. Muchos días lloré frustrada al no poder ayudar a mi hijo con la conexión o al no poder comunicarme con la escuela. Y sé que no he sido la única, pero también sé que hay muchos padres no saben cómo expresar esas frustraciones. Por eso sugiero la creación de clínicas comunitarias gratuitas donde las personas reciban una evaluación de salud mental. Pido servicios de salud mental más accesibles y programas que atiendan la salud mental colectiva. Además, tener personas que registren a los padres en español. Muchos padres de nuestra comunidad se intimidan frente a una computadora sin contar que no les es fácil comunicarse en inglés. Yo he visto que el condado ha ayudado a la comunidad durante la pandemia. No hay que dejar de ayudar, pues hay muchos residentes que necesitan esa ayuda para los servicios de salud mental. Muchísimas gracias.
Good evening, members of the Montgomery County Council. Thank you for the opportunity to express my concerns. My name is Teodora Cancha, and I am a county resident and part of the county public schools as a matter of one of their elementary school students. I would like to express my concern at the enormous number of students who have been adversely affected in their mental health after the confinement given by the pandemic. This situation left negative consequences at the social level, and it increases stress levels in general, particularly in the students who have had to learn to develop their skills to relate to others again. The virtual classes created a lot of stress on the children and in us, the parents, that we could not help them. Many days I cried frustrated because I could not help my child with the connection or because I could not communicate with the school. And I knew that I was not alone in this. But I also know that many parents don't know how to express those frustrations. That is why I suggested setting up a free community clinics where people can get mental health assessments. I call for more accessible mental health services and programs that address collective mental health, as well as having people register parents in Spanish. Many parents in our community are intimidated by a computer, not to mention that it is not easy for them to communicate in English. I have seen the county step up and help the community during the pandemic. Now let's continue to help, as there are many residents in need of mental health services. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Herb Simmons. Herb, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. I'm Herb Simmons. I live in Silver Spring. I'm going to speak briefly about climate. It's kind of a paradox because Montgomery County is clearly a world leader. First emergency resolution of any large government. BEPS is a path-breaking. Green Bank is path-breaking. But you're also failing in terms of meeting that 80% goal by 2027. As unbelievably difficult as it is. Both BEPS and the Green Bank bill, neither one will get you more than 1 to 2% of what you need by 2027. So you got a lot of work to do. So number one, as you go through the budget, ask every department, how much are you contributing to get us to 80%? That should be one of the basic questions you ask. Secondly, I'd like to propose something that you consider becoming one of the first, maybe the first in the world, to be a fossil-free government or a fossil-free community where you basically go through the budget, ask the administration to go through the entire budget, circle any fossil fuel expenditures or acquisitions. If they can be avoided this year, do so. If not, maybe next year, and maybe in a year or two, you can literally certify your fossil you were fossil fuel free and set an example for the whole planet. The third thing is, and we heard it tonight about migration, is there are enormous forces coming. I'm kind of a futurist. I work with people all over the world. I hate to say this, but we're in for a hellish decade or two ahead. And I'm proposing you set up what I call a futures commission to look broadly at the larger forces. You've looked at land use and climate, the larger forces that will affect the county: migration, ecological collapse, supply chains, pandemics, all that kind of stuff. Get an independent citizens group to issue a report on what the county can do to best prepare for that. Those are my 3 recommendations for tonight. I'll submit more detailed testimony on all of them and information. I hope you'll take a seriously look at them. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Emmanuel Sanchez Cruz, who will be giving a testimony in Spanish. Emmanuel, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Quiero agradecerles por la oportunidad que me han brindado hoy. Mi nombre es Emmanuel Sánchez. Quiero agradecer la oportunidad que me han dado para poder expresar mi opinión con respecto a la necesidad de programas que refuercen el desarrollo positivo de la juventud. Como residente del condado y padre de 3 niños que actualmente asisten a la primaria, intermedia y secundaria de Montgomeryville, me preocupa la falta de oportunidades que hay para programas que refuercen a nuestros niños su carácter de confianza, competencias y contribuciones a la comunidad. Desde mi llegada a este país hace poco menos de 3 años, me he interesado por inscribir a mis hijos en actividades adicionales a sus tiempos académicos, actividades como deporte, ciencia, tecnología, entre otras, y desafortunadamente en ninguna de las 3 escuelas ni en mi vecindario he recibido ningún tipo de refuerzo o apoyo. Es por esto que hoy ante ustedes pido que consideren la posibilidad de destinar mayor recurso a programas de desarrollo positivo juventud para que todos tengamos acceso. Muchas gracias.
Good evening. My name is Emmanuel Cruz Sanchez. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my opinion on the need for programs to strengthen the positive development of youth. As a county resident and parent of 3 children currently attending elementary, middle, and high school, I am concerned about the lack of programs available to strengthen our children's character, confidence, competition, and contribution to the community. Since my arrival in this country a little less than 3 years ago, I have been interested in enrolling my children in extracurricular activities to complement their academic studies, activities such as sports, science, and technology, among others. And unfortunately, in none of the 3 schools or within my neighborhood have I received any kind of resource or support. That is why before you today, I ask you to consider allocating more resources to provide youth development programs that we can all have access to. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Rick Callahan. Rick, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Good evening, President Albornoz and fellow County Council members. My name is Rick Callahan. I'm the co-chair of Interact and Executive Director of Compass. My testimony is on behalf of the over 40 Interact service providers. This coalition of service providers urges the County Council to support the County Exec operating budget that provides funding for the DD supplement. We want to thank the County Exec and the County Council for their continued support to our organizations. Because of that support, Interact providers assist over 4,000 people in Montgomery County with developmental disabilities. Our organizations provide a host of services that advance the full inclusion of belonging of people with disabilities in the places in which they live, work, and thrive. Over the past 2 years, all of us have seen how essential the direct support professional is for people with developmental disabilities and their families. The direct support professional must provide critical thinking skills, sound judgment, knowledge on a range of daily life issues, specific training on best practices, CPR, first aid, and much, much more. The great resignation is upon us, and competition for workers has never been fiercer. People seeking employment have more options that are less demanding and affords them the opportunity to work from home. For the direct support professional, this is not an option. We are in the midst of a historical workforce crisis, with DD providers having vacancy rates in excess of 30%. It is not clear what pay rate will attract people towards our field. Myself, along with Pat Ritter, are excited to represent Interact on the Montgomery County Home and Community-Based Workforce Task Force. We are hopeful that this task force will identify strategies that we can use to address this long-standing issue and implement solutions to address the current VSP workforce crisis. In the words of the legendary Green Bay Packers, Vince Lombardi, individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. We are confident with the support of the county exec and the county council that anything is possible. Again, Interact thanks you for all your support.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Lori Ulrich. Lori, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. We did get word that Lori might not be here, but Lori, if you're here. Okay, I'll go ahead and note that. Up next, we have Adela Perez, who will be giving a testimony in Spanish. Adela, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Señora Pérez, Adela Pérez, puede comenzar cuando esté lista.
Muchas gracias, estoy lista. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Adela Pérez. Soy residente del condado de Montgomery y mamá de 2 estudiantes de las escuelas públicas. Gracias por la oportunidad. Desde mi experiencia como mamá, he evidenciado el alto índice de incidentes violentos dentro y fuera de las escuelas. Muchas veces situaciones provocadas y planeadas por estudiantes como tendencia para conseguir más seguidores en las redes sociales que les permitan ser reconocidos popularmente por sus otros pares, lamentablemente de forma equivocada. Considero que como adultos líderes de la formación de esta nueva generación, debemos asegurar que reciban las oportunidades necesarias que les permitan tomar decisiones de manera correcta y en un ambiente seguro. Desafortunadamente no hay espacios recreativos accesibles y no me refiero a parques recreativos, sino a clases vocacionales. Las clases de música, ajedrez, danza y deportes no son accesibles para todos. Nunca he calificado para ninguna ayuda, así que no he podido ofrecerles a mis hijos este tipo de oportunidades. Y cuando ha habido una oportunidad de acceder a este tipo de clases, como ajedrez, por ejemplo, los costos de inscripción son demasiado altos para familias que, como yo, tienen más de un estudiante y el ingreso está por debajo de los índices de pobreza del condado. Si queremos que nuestros hijos sean líderes en el futuro, necesitamos brindarles la oportunidad de ser expuestos a varias experiencias, tanto deportivas como de enriquecimiento, como son las clases de música, ajedrez, danza y otras. No solo crea jóvenes bien seguros, sino también jóvenes con menos ansiedad, depresión y jóvenes alegres. Espero que el condado dé prioridad a este tipo de programas. Gracias.
Good evening. My name is Adela Perez, and I'm a county resident and a mom of 2 children in the MCPS schools. Thank you for the opportunity that I have today. As a mother of 2 children with experience as a mother, I have evidenced the high rate of violent incidents inside and outside the schools. Many times these are situations provoked and planned by the students as a desire to get more followers in the social media, which allows them to be popular within their peers, unfortunately for the wrong reasons. I believe that as an adult leaders in charge of the development of this new generation, we must ensure that they receive the necessary opportunities that allow them to make good decisions and grow up in a safe environment. Unfortunately, there are few accessible enrichment classes like music, chess, dance, and sports are not accessible to everyone. I have never qualified for any help. And so I have not been able to offer my children these opportunities. When there has been an opportunity to access these kind of classes, the enrollment costs were too high for my families, or families like mine, which have more than one student and which have an income under the poverty rates of the county. If we want our children to be the future leaders, we must offer them opportunities to be exposed to not only sports, but also enrichment classes such as music, chess, and dance. Not only will it develop a well-rounded youth, but also youth that has lower rates of anxiety, depression, and are happier. I hope that the county will give priority to these kind of programs. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Alan Bowser. Alan, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
County Council President Albornoz and members of the County Council, thank you for the opportunity to testify this evening. First, on behalf of the Montgomery County Civic Federation, we want to thank you, the county executive, Dr. Gales and Dr. Kroll, and all the county employees and volunteers for your inspired leadership during the worst days of the coronavirus pandemic. You saved lives, and we thank you for your work. This evening, I'm asking on behalf of our members across the county that the funding recommended by the county executive be restored to the Office of the People's Counsel, an agency that is authorized by the county code to represent the public interest in the county's land use regulatory process. During the February 14th, 2022 MCCF general meeting, members voted to submit a letter recommending that this funding be restored in the upcoming fiscal year 2023 operating budget. Continuing to withhold funding for this agency is not in the public interest, and defunding the OPC has led to an imbalance of representation on issues related to land use. The office serves to protect the public interest in land use hearings by promoting full and fair representation of relevant issues to achieve balanced administrative records. The office also provides technical assistance to residents so they can effectively participate in the county's land use control process. Reestablishing the OPC will help to restore a balance of trust and integrity to the planning and public engagement process. Other Maryland jurisdictions have established people's councils, including Prince George's County, Baltimore County, and Hartford County. It's time to restore the Montgomery County's People Council. Thank you for the opportunity to testify on this important public issue.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Hanan Miles. Hanan, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Good evening, Montgomery County Council. My name is Hanan Miles. I am a 9th grader in MCPS, and I am speaking as a member of Sunrise Movement Silver Spring. I'm speaking here as a student, a person of color, and someone who has struggled with mental illness. I am urging you not to fund the MCPD Community Resource Bureau. As we have seen with having any police presence inside of schools, this has only harmed students of color. Police disproportionately arrest, intimidate, and discipline Black and Hispanic students, as all of you know. And before you say the officer won't have a role in school discipline, I must remind you of the MCPD officers who handcuffed and abused a Black 5-year-old boy in January of 2020 for going off of school property. I must remind you of the MCPD officers who shot 21-year-old Ryan LaRue with 23 bullets in July of 2021 because he was a Black man having a mental health crisis in a drive-through line. I must remind you of the Gaithersburg officers who were not charged by a Montgomery County grand jury for the murder of Kwamina Okran, another Black man having a mental health crisis. How are we supposed to trust MCPD to not be involved in the discipline of students if this is the behavior we have seen from them? What is going to be holding them accountable to that? Clearly, our police officers are allowed to quite literally murder people who are struggling with no repercussions. So council members, how can we trust them not to harm us? I am also speaking in support of fully staffed wellness centers in every school. Wellness centers with multiple mental health professionals in them, not just the one that has been proposed. Students need a safe place to go when they're struggling, and currently they really don't have one. How can we expect kids to learn if their basic emotional needs aren't being met? I've heard most of you acknowledge that we are in a global mental health crisis and that is the cause for the recent school violence, but you continue to fund and support programs to increase police presence in schools. Many students of color have told you, either through testimony, meetings, or emails, that we don't feel comfortable seeing a cop inside of our schools. And no, plainclothes officers will not help. It's not just the uniform, it's the fact that these are the people who murder people of color with no consequences on the daily. And if they're not murdering, they're throwing them in jail and feeding Maryland's #1 incarceration rate for young Black men. As long as we are funding programs that are rooted in anti-Blackness, we cannot say we are an equitable county. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Juan Gonzalez. Juan will be giving a testimony in Spanish. Juan, you may begin when you are ready. You have 2 minutes. Thank you.
Señor Juan González, ¿nos escucha?
I saw him there. I think he's trying to connect here.
Señor Juan González, ¿puede iniciar cuando esté listo?
Okay. Juan, I'll give you a moment to go ahead and get your camera and microphone ready. We'll come right back to you, okay? Up next, we have Monica Reyes. Monica, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Good evening, Council Member and Mr. President Albornoz. I'm asking to dedicate funds from the budget for Spanish and English speaking adult education. I have noticed that the majority of the county newcomers like Afghan refugee, Latinos, and people with different language need adult education. And this adult education also will include some trade education. This program will benefit not only the person to better their life, but also benefit the community at large. I'll appreciate it that you will take in consideration this program. It can also be implemented in local schools and create a budget for this very helpful education for our community. I'll appreciate your time and thank you so much for being there.
Thank you so much for your testimony. Up next, we have Juan Gonzalez. Juan, we can hear you. We're going to go ahead and toss it to you. You have 2 minutes to give your testimony. You may begin when you are ready. Okay, thank you.
Señor Juan González, ¿nos escucha? Puede iniciar cuando esté listo.
No puedo sacarme.
Lo escuchamos, pero lo escuchamos.
Escúchame. Pero no lo puedo sacar.
Nosotros lo podemos escuchar, señor Juan.
Oye, lo tenías. Sí, no.
In the meantime, we can hear you. We'll work on the video, Juan. If he wants to start, we can hear him.
Señor Juan, puede iniciar porque tenemos audio y después trabajamos en el video.
Ok, ya lo encontré. Sorry.
No hay problema, gracias.
It's okay, thank you.
Honorables miembros del Consejo, quiero agradecerles la oportunidad que se me está brindando a testificar con ustedes. Mi nombre es Juan González, soy residente de este condado desde 1995. Estoy ante ustedes para pedirles, por favor, que destinen más fondos para que ayuden a más fondos que ayuden a que nuestras carreteras sean más seguras para los peatones, ciclistas, conductores y así poder salvar más vidas. Hace 5 años perdí trágicamente a mi querido hermano, quien salió por rumbo a Wheaton y nunca más regresó con vida. Tristemente, él, como muchos otros peatones, fue fatalmente atropellado en una de las intersecciones más peligrosas, como ser la Connecticut Avenue y la Brushville Road. Como yo y otros miembros de la comunidad latina sufren por haber perdido a un ser querido por accidente en las carreteras. En nuestra comunidad latina, muchos dependen del transporte público para llegar a sus trabajos y sostener a sus familias. Muchos tienen que caminar algo algo que ahora se ha convertido en un verdadero peligro. Necesitamos un cambio y pedimos que se aprueben más fondos que ayuden con la seguridad vial para poder controlar esta epidemia de seguridad pública. No queremos más muertes, queremos inversión en nuestra seguridad. Gracias por su tiempo y espero consideren mi argumento. Buenas noches.
Honorable members of the County Council, I want to thank you for the opportunity I have been given to testify before you. My name is Juan Gonzalez. I have been a resident of this county since 1995. I stand before you to ask you to please allocate more funds to help make our roads safer for pedestrians, bicyclists, and drivers, and thus save lives. 5 years ago, I tragically lost my dear brother who left to go to Wheaton and never came back alive. Sadly, like many other pedestrians, he was struck at one of the most dangerous intersections, Connecticut Avenue and Verse Mill Road. Like me, other members of the Latino community suffer from having lost a loved one to road accidents. In our Latino community, many relied on public transportation to get to their jobs, to support their families. Many of them had to walk every day, something that is now so dangerous. This needs to change, and we ask that you approve funds to help with road safety in order to control this epidemic of public safety. We do not want more death. We want you all to invest in our safety. Thank you for your time, and I hope you will consider my argument. Have a good evening.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Max Levitt. Max, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak in front of you all. I'm Max Levitt, and I run a nonprofit called Leveling the Playing Field located in Silver Spring. Our whole mission is based around increasing access to both during and out of school time sports, specifically for students in under-resourced communities. And we do that by providing completely free sporting goods to schools and youth programs working in our under-resourced areas. Last year alone, we donated over $300,000 worth of equipment to 66 county-based programs who are providing both during and out of school time sports and recreation activities to kids in need. I'm speaking tonight to advocate for increased funding to be allocated to Montgomery County Recreation, specifically to provide a more affordable and accessible youth sports option to the county's low-income population. Participation in youth sports has a long and well-researched impact on a child's development. It leads to stronger academic performance, less crime, healthier kids, both mentally and physically, and we can all agree that at a minimum, sports are fun, and every kid deserves the chance to participate, no matter what their economic situation is. In a county like Montgomery County, there are dozens of private youth sports options, but unfortunately, they are incredibly expensive to register for, and they are not geographically accessible for many of the residents that our nonprofit serves. We hear it every day in our warehouse as coaches shop for free for their students. The private leagues in the county, since I started this organization 10 years ago, have come well short when it comes to providing scholarship or even subsidized registration, and they do next to nothing to provide more accessible opportunities to kids in lower income pockets throughout Montgomery County. Last year, we saw in our warehouse the impact that the Youth Sports Initiative funding had on summer participation in sports. And we believe that increased and ongoing funding from Montgomery County Recreation will have a significant impact on participation rates in the county and will lead to stronger outcomes for Montgomery County students who desperately want to get involved in recreational sports activities. If the private sector is not going to step up and directly combat this clear inequity in youth sports participation, I believe Montgomery County Recreation is perfectly set up to combat this issue. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Haley Hamplin. Haley, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Haley Hamblin, the Community Engagement Liaison at the Oak Chapel United Methodist Church Hub in Silver Spring. The Hub originated in October 2020 with the help of Councilmember Navarro, who put us in contact with County DHHS. They sought to strategically place a hub in the 20906 zip code because of the dire need in our area for essential items. These needs have only been exacerbated by the pandemic. I'm testifying before the council tonight to ask for your vote to pass a supplemental budget request that includes funding for the Oak Chapel Hub in fiscal year 23. Based on census data from 2020, 9.7% of residents within a 2.5-mile radius of our hub live below the poverty level, and almost 35% of households make less than $25,000 a year. Over the past 2 years, the Oak Chapel Hub has risen to the occasion of serving our community. From November 2020 to March 2022, the Oak Chapel Hub has more than doubled the number of households and individuals served, tripled the number of pounds of food distributed, and quadrupled the number of children and seniors served. Quite obviously, the need has increased. Since August of 2021, our case manager has served 214 clients. Based on her assessments of needs and requests from our clients, we've developed partnerships with organizations across the county like WorkSource Montgomery to provide job training and the Asian American Health Initiative to find Asian language interpreters for our clients. Other partnerships have included hosting a children's vision clinic, a coat drive for House of Divine Guidance, a shelter for unhoused women and children, and a community health and wellness fair this past year that involved 20 organizations and local farmers. We've also partnered with Toys for Tots through the holidays. Further, the Oak Chapel Hub has the support of and funding from the United Methodist Church. The Oak Chapel Hub uniquely serves 415 families each month in partnership with Strathmore Apartments, Glenway Gardens Condominiums, and Harmony Hills Elementary School. Council members and County Executive Elrich continue to affirm the importance of the hubs and food security, but closing the only hub in the zip code with the most overall need in the county is not a sign that the county cares for the most vulnerable. Your vote tonight determines whether these families will continue to be served or fall through the cracks of poverty. Again, I encourage you to vote to keep the Oak Chapel Hub operating in fiscal year 2023. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Up next, we have Aaron Prangley, but we did get word that Aaron might not be here. Aaron, if you're on, okay, we will note that. Up next, we have Maria Lucia Vasquez, who will be giving a testimony in Spanish. Maria, you have 2 minutes to give your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Señora Vázquez, usted puede comenzar en el momento que esté lista.
Buenas noches, presidente del concejal, señor Albornoz, y a todos los miembros del consejo. Mi nombre es María Lucía Vázquez.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es María Morales.
Nuestros hijos asisten a Harmony Hill Elementary School. Vivimos en Higüey Avenue y somos residentes del Distrito 4. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre la necesidad de invertir en la atención dental para los que no tienen seguro médico y los que no tienen suficiente seguro médico. El año pasado empezamos a trabajar con la organización de acción en Montgomery. Con ellos empezamos a tocar puertas y a conocer a algunos vecinos. En los próximos días ustedes escucharán a nuestros colegas sobre los temas más impactantes de las sesiones de escucha, pero hoy quiero hablar sobre la necesidad de una financiación sólida para la salud con un enfoque inmediato en la salud dental.
Muchas personas adultas en nuestro vecindario y otras partes del condado han enfrentado barreras cuando buscan atención dental. Una de las barreras más comunes es la lista de espera, que tiene que esperar hasta 6 meses para conseguir una cita. Nuestra segunda barrera sería que las clínicas sin fines de lucro, clínicas públicas, solo cuentan con servicios básicos. Y la tercera barrera sería que ocurre cuando uno llega al centro de referido y hay que volver a hacer un examen básico que ya se había hecho en la otra clínica porque no existe un sistema para poder compartir la información del paciente cuando es referido a una clínica especializada. Y tenemos que pagar el doble y nos quedamos con una deuda por la misma evaluación o consulta que ya habíamos tenido anteriormente.
Nos gustaría que el presupuesto incluya dinero para que las clínicas brinden servicios especializados, un requerimiento de que si una persona firme un formulario dando permiso de compartir su información de salud, que la clínica que lo examinó primero la comparta con la cual va a brindar los servicios especializados, y un fondo especial para apoyar a la gente de bajos recursos en caso de emergencia, para poder pagar la factura de atención dental y médico. Creemos que la salud y el bienestar es primordial y un derecho humano. Muchas gracias por su tiempo.
Good evening, Council President and all the members of the Council. My name is Maria Lucia Vasquez and my name is Maria Morales. Our children are going to the Harmony Hills Elementary School and we live in Hewitt Avenue and we are residents on the District number 4. Today we're going to talk about the need of the invest in dental attention for the ones that don't have medical insurance or the ones that don't have enough medical insurance. Last year, we started working with an organization called Action or Acción in Montgomery. With them, we start to knock the doors and to meet the neighbors. Many people, the adults, in our neighborhoods and in other parts of the county are confronting a lot of barriers when they are looking for dental attention. The first one is, and the most common, is the waiting time that we have to do. It's about 6 months in order to get an appointment. The second one barrier that we have is that the clinics without expenses or the free clinics and the public clinics offer only the basic services. For an attention that will be more specialized, one has to be referred to other centers that are far away and more expensive. The third barrier happens when we get to that center and we have to do the same exam that we did before in the previous clinic, because there is not a system and that can share the information that the patient has when one is referred to another place. At the same time, for these specialized savers, we have to pay much more, and so we finish up being in debt. We would like that the budget will include money for clinics that will bring specialized services, and B, a requirement that if one person should sign a form giving up a permit to share their information, their health information to the clinic that examined first, so it can be shared to the second clinic with the specialized services. And C, a special fund that could help to the people that has low income in case of emergency, so they can pay their bills for the dental attention or the health itself. We believe that the health and the wellness is very important and a human right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. That is the last speaker on our list for the public hearing this evening. Council President Albornoz, I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to you to close us out. Thank you.
Well, Jordan, thank you so much. Primero, quiero agradecer a todos los miembros de la comunidad que ofrecieron testimonio esta noche. Señor González, te queremos mandar bendiciones y cariños. Yo sé que la pérdida de su hermano, me imagino que fue sumamente difícil y estamos con ustedes. Good evening, everybody. We heard some very, very powerful testimony this evening. I especially want to reach out to Mr. Gonzalez, who talked about the loss of his brother, and other people testified this evening regarding the loss of loved ones and friends. Each of you have done your family so proud by stepping up and speaking on their behalf so beautifully and powerfully this evening. My colleagues and I look forward to working through the budget process, and as always, we'll have difficult decisions to make, but each of you did a fantastic job this evening, and we can't thank you enough for your civic engagement and community leadership. With that, tonight's public hearing is closed, and we look forward to the ongoing discussion regarding the public testimony that we will be hearing later this week and in committees as well. And of course, as always, please feel free to reach out to any one of our respective offices regarding concerns or questions or thoughts that you may have. Jordan, you did a fabulous job tonight as always. And with that, tonight's public hearing is now closed. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful and blessed evening.
Thank you.
Cogemos, lo ponemos adentro y no nos damos cuenta que quedó una botella en el pavimento. Y cuando llueve, eso se lava y llega a nuestros ríos, eventualmente a la bahía. Y todos esos animalitos que viven en el medio ambiente, en la bahía, ellos no saben la diferencia a veces de una bolsa plástica o una botella y se lo comen y después nosotros